Kids Church from Milo and Benjamin.
Hi, I'm Ezra. Hope you are doing well in the circuit breaker. Hi, I'm Sky, and hope you are having a good time with your families, having fun family time and doing some fun games. Hi, everyone.
Can't wait to see you in church.
Hi, everybody.
We can't wait to see you guys again.
We miss you. Bye. Hi, everybody. Hope you're having fun at home. See you soon. Goodbye, church. I miss you. I miss you.
Hi everybody, Fiona here. I hope you've been having an awesome week, and I hope that you are having an even better weekend. Today is actually Mother's Day, and I hope you've also had a chance to spoil your fantastic mums. I hope you've made them breakfast in bed, even written a card for them. There's a whole bunch of things that you can do for mum to make her day special. Today we have a fantastic program for you, and we have the usual. We have crafts. Anna has a fun bouncing exercise for you, and if you choose to do it, we even have some cooking segments for you. I hope that you have an awesome morning, and I'll see you again later. Bye.
Hey families, I'm Katie and I am so ready to have church with you. Now, I've been wondering, what do you think you need to mix together to bake some bread at home? What do you think? Water, salt, sugar, gummy worms, cereal, maybe oatmeal? And is there anything I'm forgetting? Oh, flour! Yes! You definitely need to remember that. And we definitely need to remember our point too. Our point is, every day I can trust Jesus. That's it. Now, say it with me. Every day I can trust Jesus. Great. Let's look for that point in our everyday song. Families, stand up on your feet so we can sing and dance together.
Every day I'll choose Jesus, I will follow you. 'Cause there's a world outside that can't seem to make up its mind. It's saying this and that, that and this, everything's changing all the time. You are the life, the truth, the way. So I'll say, hey, every day I'll choose Jesus, I will follow you. Let everything I do honor you every day. I'll trust and obey every word you say, 'cause I know that you love me. I'm following your way every single day. I wanna be who you want me to be. You are the life, the truth, the way. So I'll say, hey, every day I'll choose Jesus, I will follow you. Let everything I do honor you every day. Every day I'll choose Jesus, I will follow you. Let everything I do honor you every day. Every day I can trust you, Jesus. Every day I choose to honor you. Every day I can reflect you to others. Every day I am who you say I am. You are the life, the truth, the way. And I'll follow you every day. I'll say, hey, every day I'll choose Jesus, I will follow you. Let everything I do Jesus, I will follow you. Hey, every day I'll choose. Jesus, I will follow you. Hey, every day I'll choose. Jesus, I will follow you.
Hey everyone, my name is Abby and we're so excited that you're joining us today. Today we're talking about the story of Elijah and the widow of Zarephath. Elijah needed food to eat, so God told him to go to a certain widow that would give him some food. The widow was very poor, but she chose to obey God and give her last meal to Elijah. God provided for both Elijah and the widow. Even when we don't know how God is going to provide for what we need, we can still trust in God. That's why today we're saying, every day I can trust Jesus. We're going to start things off by singing a song together. So go ahead and stand up and sing this out with us as loud as you can.
That is in me. Nothing is ever gonna stop us. This world will never overtake us. 'Cause we've got power in Jesus. He won, evil is defeated. Come on. Hey, hey, greater is he. Hey, hey, greater is he. That is in me. Hey, hey, greater is he. Hey, hey, greater is he. That is in me. No one is greater than, no one is bigger than, no one is stronger than. Hey! No one is greater than, no one is bigger than, no one is stronger than. Come on! No one is greater than, no one is bigger than, no one is stronger than. No one is greater than, no one is bigger than, no one is stronger than Jesus. to be the friend that I can always count on, that I can always count on. Hear me shout it out. Jesus is better than any superhero. Jesus is my best friend. Whoa, whoa. Jesus is better than any superhero. Jesus is my best friend. Whoa, whoa. You are the hero. You are the good guy. You are the savior. And I know that you're always gonna be there. Yeah, you're always gonna be there. When I'm in danger, when I'm in trouble, when I'm surrounded, well, I know that it's you that I can count on, that I can always count on. Hear me shout it out. Jesus is better than any superhero. Jesus is my best friend. Whoa, whoa. Jesus is better than any superhero. Jesus is my best friend. Whoa, whoa. Stronger than Superman, faster than the Flash, bigger than the Hulkman. Jesus, what a friend. Stronger than Superman, faster than the Flash, bigger than the Hulkman. Jesus, what a friend. Stronger than Superman, faster than the Flash, bigger than the Hulkman. Jesus, what a friend. Stronger than Superman, faster than the Flash, bigger than the Hulkman. Jesus, what a friend. Stronger than Superman, faster than the Flash, bigger than the Hulkman. Jesus, what a friend. Jesus is better than any superhero. Jesus is my best friend. Whoa, whoa. Stronger than Superman, faster than the Flash, bigger than the Hulkman. Jesus, what a friend. Jesus is better than any superhero. Jesus is my best friend. Whoa, whoa. Stronger than Superman, faster than the Flash, bigger than the Hulkman. Jesus, what a friend. Jesus is better than any superhero. Jesus is my best friend. Whoa, whoa. Stronger than Superman, faster than the Flash, bigger than the Hulkman. Jesus, what a friend. Jesus is better than any superhero. Jesus is my best friend. Whoa, whoa.
You guys sounded amazing. Thank you so much for singing along with us. Now we're going to take some time to watch a Bible story together. Like I said earlier, today's story is about Elijah and the widow of Zarephath. So let's check it out.
A long time ago, there was a drought in the land of Israel. This means that for a very long time there was no rain and all of the land was dry. During this time, there was a man named Elijah. Elijah was a prophet, so he spent his time traveling the land helping people and speaking on behalf of God. During this drought, God had instructed Elijah to camp out beside a small brook called Cherith. There, God provided food for Elijah brought to him by ravens and water courtesy of the brook. But after a while, the brook dried up. So God told Elijah to get up and go to a town called Zarephath. Once he got there, there would be a widow woman that God commanded to feed Elijah. Hearing this good news, Elijah set off towards Zarephath. When he arrived, he went out and found the woman that God had told him about. She was out by the city gates gathering sticks. Elijah called out to the woman and asked her to bring him some water. She was happy to help the prophet, but as she started to walk away, Elijah had a second request. He said, "Bring me a small loaf of bread as well." This may seem like a simple request. After all, it was only one piece of bread that Elijah was asking for, but to this woman, it was so much more. She called back to Elijah saying, "I don't have any bread. All I have is a handful of flour and a little bit of oil, and I was going to use what I had left to make one final meal for me and my son before we die." Elijah looked back at the woman and insisted that she use her flour and oil to make him a piece of bread anyway. And after that, she could make her small family a meal. He went on to tell her what the Lord had said. The jar of flour will not be used up, and the jug of oil will not run dry until the day that the Lord sends rain on the land." The woman left and made the bread for Elijah, and when she had finished, she realized that what God had promised came true. There was still some flour and oil left. So she made a meal for her and her son to eat, and every time she went back to make bread during the drought, she always had enough. God did as he promised and multiplied her flour and oil until the day came when rain returned to the land. The end.
What an incredible story! God took a small amount of oil and flour that was only supposed to last one more meal, and he used it to feed the woman and her son until the drought was over. Our friend Pastor Andrew is going to be talking to us a little bit more about the story right now, so let's go ahead and take a look.
How many of you have ever gone to make a bowl of cereal and the box of cereal is nearly empty? Like there are just a few actual pieces of cereal left, and then there's just the crumbs. Yeah, that's always pretty disappointing. And then you go to the fridge only to realize there's barely enough milk left for your bowl. Oh, that is the worst. This is kind of what it was like for the boy in our story. His mom was getting ready to make them one last meal. They only had a little bit of flour and a little bit of oil to make some bread. It was kind of like they only had a little bit of cereal left and a little bit of milk for it. Now, how would you feel if you were the kid in our story? Not only was there not much left, but it was the last meal in the kitchen. His mom went to go prepare that meal, and when she came back, she tells him that she is going to give the meal away to someone else who needed it. How would you feel in that moment? What would you say to your parent? Honestly, I would be confused. I'd probably even be afraid. I'd say something like, "But now there isn't enough for us. What are we gonna eat? Where are we gonna get food?" His mom in the story didn't know the answer to those questions, but she trusted that God did have the answers. She trusted that God was gonna provide for her and for her son, and so she decided to give the food to Elijah. Just like Elijah told the widow, God did not let them run out of food. Their flour and oil did not run out. God gave them what they needed to survive. It would kind of be like giving away that last bowl of cereal and then going back to the pantry and there's more cereal in the box. And then you go to the fridge and somehow there's just more milk in the jug. You see, the widow and her son in the story didn't know where more food was going to come from, but they trusted that God would provide for them. Now, we don't always know how God is going to provide for us, and that's okay. We can still trust in Him every single day to provide for what we need. Sometimes God will provide for you in ways that aren't so obvious. Or think about this. God provided for the widow by telling her to give. Still, she trusted that when she gave, God would give back to her and provide for her. God always provides for us. His ways are higher than our ways. We can trust in God because He is good and He provides for our needs. Everyone say this after me. Every day, I can trust in Jesus.
Pastor Andrew talked about how we don't always know how God is going to provide for us, but that's okay. We can still trust in Him every single day to provide for what we need. Is there something you're in desperate need of, like the woman from our story today? I would encourage you to take some time right now to talk with your parents or your small group leaders. Talk about what that need is, and then take some time to pray together and bring those needs to God. Tell Him that you trust Him to meet those needs. Remember, every day we can trust in Jesus. That's it for this week. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Wait, don't go yet. We have to learn our Bible verse. I'll say it first. Listen to this. Jeremiah 32:17. Oh Lord, you made the heavens and earth. Nothing is too hard for you. Now, I'll say a little bit at a time and you repeat after me. Are you ready? Okay, let's do it. Jeremiah 32:17. Oh, Lord, you made the heavens and earth. Nothing is too hard for you. Way to go! Give yourself a high five. That Bible verse reminds me that God made the whole world and everything in it. He's powerful enough to make all of that. And He's powerful enough to take care of us, no matter what we need. Every day, we can trust Jesus. Now I'm going to leave you with some questions to talk about with your family. Pause the video when they pop up and you can have a little chat about them. Thanks for having church with me. See you later.
Hey kids, it's Anna here. Happy Mother's Day. And today we're going to be doing a handcraft, and it's going to include your family members. We're going to make something really special for Mother's Day, something that's a bit of a keepsake, something that your mom and the rest of your family can keep, something that's a bit special. And so what we're going to need to do today is you're going to need some white card. You're going to need some colored paper as well. Any color will do. You're going to need glue and scissors. You're going to need a pencil and potentially a pen. So the first thing we're going to do is you're going to get all your family members together, and you're going to get the smallest hand, and you're just going to circle around that. So my hand is the smallest, so I'm going to go first. Just going to put it on the paper and then just do a quick trace around my hand. And that's what it'll look like roughly. I'm going to clean it up a bit as well, just so we get a nice hand shape. And then you're going to need to get your other family members out as well and go around their hands.
Hey Anna, what do I have to do here?
Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to put your hand out, heels like so, and then you're going to need to trace around it with a pencil.
Okay, around the thumb, fingers. There I go.
And that's your second hand print right there.
Awesome.
Hey Nobo. Alright, so what you're going to do, put your hand out there like so, and then you're going to need to trace around it. There we go, and here we have another hand print. Alright, so you need to put your hand here like this, and then just go and trace around it. And that's our final handprint done. So now that I've got all 4 handprints, I am now going to start cutting them out. So now I've got my hand shapes. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to organize them on the paper in a fan shape.
So if you have very different hand sizes, you could do them one on top of each other. But since these hands are very similar in size, I've decided to fan them out a bit. So I'm just going to do a pattern like that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my glue out and start gluing these down to the paper. I've got this other sheet of paper just to make sure I don't get glue everywhere. So I'm just going to start gluing the hands. So I've stuck on my other hands and I'm now just sticking on my final hand just about there, and then we should get some really cool hand patterns. So now I'm going to take the pen and I'm just going to write the names of whose hand it was. So this is my hand, this was Mom's hand, this was Dad's hand, and this was Noah. And then what I'm also going to do is I'm going to put the date on it. I'm just going to put the date in the corner. I'm going to say Mother's Day 2020. And now I'm going to show you how to make it even fancier. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some A4 paper and I'm just going to see if it covers the whole hand. And in this case, it does. And so what we're going to do is we're going to fold it in half like so, and then we're going to draw a big heart stencil on one side. So you're just going to draw half the heart like this. Make it very big if you can, and then it'll go around like so. And now we're going to cut that out. We're going to have a giant heart shape. So hopefully your heart will be able to cover the entire hand. So when you fold it out, you get a shape like this, and then it should cover the whole hand. If it doesn't, that's okay. We will work around that. So what we'll do is we've got something like this, and now we're going to take our pencil or our pen even, and we're going to trace the heart outline around like so. And then when you take the paper off, you should have this heart shape around your hands. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a whole bunch of words that describe my family around the outside of the heart. So for example, I'm going to put funny down. I'm probably going to put kind. And I'm just going to keep going on like this. So now I've finished describing our family. You can do this as an individual, or you can do it as a whole family. Some of the ones I put on there include exciting, joyful, a bit crazy at times, adventurous. And I just think that this is a really nice thing to give to your mom on Mother's Day. This could be framed, it could be put up on the fridge, and it's just a little bit of fun and includes the whole family. Now, I hope you have an incredible Mother's Day. That's it for me from this week, guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye! And today we're going to do another fitness challenge. It's a bit different this time, but I think it's equally as challenging. We're going to be doing a balance challenge. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to bring your leg up like so, hold it with your hand, and then just balance like so. And then you can either bring your other hand up, or you can probably move it around a bit as well. Depends on how good you are at balancing. I like to see how long you can do on one leg, and then see how long you can do on the other leg as well. Get someone to time it for you and let us know how you go. That's all from me for this week, guys. I'll see you next week. Bye! And today we're going to be looking at making some special Mother's Day breakfast. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing some cinnamon toast. So you're going to need a few ingredients first. So we're going to need some bread. We're going to need some cinnamon. We're going to need some butter. We're going to need some icing sugar. And you're going to want some shapes to cut out for your toast. And then we've got some extra decorations and extra bits of food or sprinkles on top as well. We've got some craisins here. We've got maple syrup, and we've got some strawberries. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put our bread in the toaster. And we're just going to toast that until it's golden brown. So now that our toast has been toasted, it's looking nice and golden. We're just going to take it out of the toaster very carefully. Get an adult to help you if you need it. I'm just going to put our toast down like so. And now I'm just going to start buttering the toast. So you just want a very light coating of butter across the whole toast. So now that we've buttered our toast, we're now going to start cutting out some shapes. So I'm first going to do a circle, and I might do a few stars afterwards. So you're going to need to push pretty hard, and you might need to twist it a bit in order to get a circle shape. So here's my circle shape, and now I'm going to start cutting my star shapes out of this piece of toast. So now we've got our shapes. We're going to want to put a bit of sugar and a bit of cinnamon on top. So we're going to do a very tiny amount. Get an adult to help you with this if you need it. So we're just going to brush a little bit of sugar, like so. And then we're going to add a tiny pinch of cinnamon. You don't want too much, otherwise it's going to be too strong. So now we officially have some cinnamon toast. Now if you made this circle, what you can do is you can decorate it with a smiley face. So I'm going to take my craisins here, and I'm just going to make a very simple little smiley face with the craisins, or you could even do it with sprinkles even, or maybe some chocolate sauce. I think anything you do will be pretty cool, and I'm sure Mom will love it. So here's my smiley face. I think it looks a bit scary, but you could also do some other patterns as well if you want to make it very interesting. And then maybe you can even add some maple syrup on top. So if you did the stars, what you can do is you can kind of stack them on top of each other like so. And then I think what will make this one really great is getting a strawberry or some other fruits out, putting that there, and then covering it with a tiny bit of maple syrup. And that's all from me for this week, guys. I hope you have a wonderful Mother's Day, and I'll see you next week. Bye!
Hi everybody, hope that you've had an awesome morning this morning, and I hope that you have a fantastic Mother's Day with your mum. And we will see you next week. Take care. Bye.
Bye!
Hi kids, can't wait to see you. Happy Sunday.
See you guys in a month and a bit.
And I will see you. Bye.